Hello and welcome back to Europe 1100. We are currently besieging one of the last remaining towns for the Duchy of Poland, and well, I'm going to show you the diplomacy screen after this fact, not right now because we have some business to attend to first. And now I do have some pretty big issues currently to do with my army strength diminishing rather dramatically over the last course of the various sieges that I've been, participating in. Because let's face it, it has been a bit of a chore. Yes, we have had a lot of grinding to do, and I have been attempting and trying my hardest to eliminate as many as we can. And I'm not sure if we're actually going to be okay here. I do have a bunch of trebuchets. Basically, I wanted to go in here before taking down the walls, just purely for the fact that I think maybe we can make it before they've actually, yeah, as you can see, look at this. We can actually make it before anyone has even gotten here to defend, which is absolutely wonderful. Hopefully we're going to be able to completely overwhelm them on the battlements here, at least for the initial start of this, and hopefully eliminate their catapult users as well. You can see here, look at this, we've already eliminated this guy, and now they are basically, now because we know the AI, we know how the AI works in Bannerlord, they absolutely love to run directly, blindly into the catapult. Because, oh, and of course I'm getting shot. Yes, that's wonderful, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, now I was kind of hoping that maybe we'd get a little bit of leeway here, but obviously the enemy is going to make things very, very annoying, because that's what they do, isn't it? But yes, basically what I wanted to do was try to force the opponent into some kind of rush to get back on the catapults, because that's generally what they tend to do. They tend to stay on the catapults as much as they possibly can, and I don't blame them because they are very powerful indeed. But obviously, yeah, we might have to retreat here and resume bombardment of the walls. As you can see, we're getting some really, really bad luck right now in regards to our forces, and my people are just getting absolutely murdered. So it seems like I will have to retreat. Very sad indeed. Oh well, never mind. I guess this gives me a good opportunity to take a look at the diplomacy screen. So yeah, obviously, as you can see right here, we obviously have a bunch of trebuchets. I'm just going to let my trebuchets continue bombarding the walls. We can destroy the catapults really, really easily here. Basically, all I really want to do right now is, obviously I want to destroy the walls, but they have 24 days worth of food, so it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult for me to do that. For me to actually take this initially, and we are otherwise probably going to be taking Skirmish Phase Master. This is just so much better than basically the other one. I mean, literally, Eagle Eye is okay if you want the extra zoom. I mean, that's pretty much all you can really go for here. But I'm going to go for Skirmish Phase Master just because I want to take less damage, and I want my forces to take less damage as well. In the meantime, by the way, I did level up my engineering to 176, so I now have battlements, which gives me one pre-built ballista when we set up a siege camp. Personally, I don't think this is actually that good, but I wanted to do this just to see what it was all about, because I've never taken this perk before, and it seems okay. It's not terrible, but it is not great, let's just say that. Otherwise, I was able to get my bow skill. Wait a minute, not bow skill, what was it? Riding skill? Yes. I was able to get my riding skill to 275 as well, which means that we now have additional charge damage and maneuvering, which is very nice. So yeah, that's pretty good. Anyway, hopefully my forces will restore themselves a little bit more here. Now the walls are down, which is great, and I think what we're probably going to do is I'm probably going to replace one of these trebuchets with a fire catapult, and we're also going to be getting another one and a regular catapult on the other side. Now I need to keep the 3 trebuchets up just so that we can continue to destroy the enemy catapults. Let's do this. There we go. And a regular catapult will be good enough, hopefully, on the left side. And that's hopefully going to enable us to get some really, really nice kills for us in the meantime, when we are actually in the siege, that is. Anyway, I will show you the diplomacy screen now, just purely because we haven't really seen that for quite some time. You can see here that my faction has insane combat strength right now. but this is basically the only thing we do have, because it feels to me like I am in a constant state of being attacked from every single angle in the world. So as you can see right here, we're at war against the Almoravid Empire, obviously, and the Duchy of Poland, of course. We only have 1 town and 2 castles to take of theirs, so that actually shouldn't be that difficult. The Holy Roman Empire, obviously, I actually, amusingly enough, did make peace with these fellows, but they decided to declare war against me again, very recently, in actual fact. I'm going to put this on balanced now as well. And you can see here that we have to take 5 castles of theirs and 1 town of theirs. What? There is no town conquered by the Holy Roman Empire, it says? What? Okay, I have no idea. I'm not entirely sure what that tooltip is supposed to mean, but alright, whatever. I assume it's just summarizing what they've taken from you, maybe? Or something like that? I don't know, maybe that's what the tooltip's trying to do. But yeah, anyway. And we also now have a war declaration from the Roman Empire themselves. And so, obviously, as you can see here, they're pretty dangerous. They're pretty dangerous. They've got 11,000 combat strength. Amusingly enough, though, I'm not entirely sure why we have 22,000 combat strength. I can only assume it's because we have 21 towns and 21 castles. That can literally be the only thing, because, let's face it, every single troop that is still in the British Isles, so Ireland and Scotland, Wales, England, etc., all of that hasn't been touched for a very long time, and so as a result, all the troops there are adding the inevitable combat strength to the overall faction itself. So we actually don't even need to worry about that so much. I think faction strength is maybe a little bit misleading to a certain point, because if you think about it, it means that maybe it's actually not really determining how strong a faction is, because it feels to me like my faction is, well, I mean, apart from Mr. Horse Thief, everyone else seems to be not so strong. But who knows? Maybe we're going to actually start seeing some really cool moves by some of our other people here. I don't know. All I know is that Mr. Horse Thief has been taking some things from the Almoravid Empire, and they're doing, I mean, he's doing a pretty good job. And he is leading an army right now, so I suppose that's good. And my horse is doing some really nice charge damage now as well, just purely because we do have that additional final perk that is making a big difference. And I'm just hopeful that my forces will actually start doing something in regards to their catapults. I'm not entirely sure why my catapults are not really doing that much damage. It doesn't seem like it, at least. But I mean, what can I do otherwise, right? What can I do? I mean, I basically just have to go for it. And I'm kind of surprised that my forces are having so many issues. Look at this. Look at my forces right now. Why are we losing so many? Why are we losing so many? Oh, it's because we have to actually... Oh, no, yeah. We have to actually deal with so many of these higher tier troops now as well, because we're not only fighting against militia. That's something that we have to bear in mind. Look at this. This is actually really dangerous, and I have to be super careful of this. I'm actually not entirely convinced that we're going to be able to take this, to be honest. I think I might have to leave. Yeah, I'm actually not a big fan of getting in it. Oh, yeah, no. We're going to just... I'm actually just going to retreat. My forces are actually just retreating right now. Anyway, the morale is just absolutely awful. So, yeah, we are just going to get out of here because we need to just go. We need to just go and get some... I don't even know what, actually. Just get some additional troops. And I've actually been attempting to do this, but it's actually not been going so well. Let's just say that. Because the main reason why that is because we've been having some problems finding noble villages. And that's the main issue. So I'm thinking that what I'm actually going to do here... Can I... Where? Ah, yeah. See, now, this is the map, by the way. This is what's been going on. So, obviously, as you may have seen in the previous episode, we did actually take Jatara as well as Federon Castle. Unfortunately, that is now being taken back. We also did take Bedsin Castle as well, as far as I'm aware, as well as Grisno, but that is unfortunately now being taken as well, or has been taken, shall we say. So I can't really do anything about that right now, unfortunately, and I am going to have to make my way back to friendly territory, because otherwise we're going to have a situation like this, and I don't really want to get myself captured if I can help it. We do have a pretty significant amount of prisoners, which obviously is fantastic because we can then convert them to our side, but that's going to take a very, very long time. I'm actually wondering, can I go in here and actually win? I'm not sure whether I can actually go in here and win. Let's just say, oh yeah, no, we can actually win this really, really easily. There we go. Okay, that was nice and simple. We're just going to let them go once again, and let's just take some more of these. Yeah, there's a lot of people that we can actually capture here. Unfortunately, look at this. Because of my troops being so wounded right now, we just don't have any abilities to hold that many prisoners, which is really, really sad. But, I mean, what else can I do? You know, we've got to eliminate people, you know? We have to eliminate people as best as we can. Oh yeah, I also had some food issues not so long ago as well, and I'm also trying to find as many war mounts as I can, but as you can quite clearly tell, I literally just found one war mount. Isn't that so incredibly pathetic? Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little bit of something with that, aren't we? Anyway, let's just see here. Maybe we can actually find something in here as well. Maybe? No, just noble mounts. So we got 3 war mounts. Okay, that's not too bad, I suppose, but otherwise we're just gonna sell as much of this loot as we can. I mean, literally, just see how much loot we have here. It's absolutely crazy. And I'm just going to buy a lot of food there as well. We've got 733 now, and then we can just wait here for some time. Alright, so this is obviously one of the reasons why having a huge roguery skill is really, really good, because you're actually going to get so much loot that you can't really sell it all. And obviously I can sell it all. We can go to a bunch of different towns if we want to, but that's just, it's kind of annoying, isn't it? Having to travel between all of these different places, and sometimes they only have, you know, 20k gold or something like that, and that's not going to be particularly worth it. However, you are able to then do this. Yes, you can then do this where you can just go into your inventory and just discard a bunch of stuff. And this is inevitably going to be giving you 116,000 or your equivalent to be able to level up your troops, and that's exactly what I'm doing, because I have 316 troops right now, which is actually almost the cap. And you can see here, look at how many level ups I have just gained. Unfortunately, I do not have a huge amount of war mounts, I don't think. Do I? Oh, apparently I do have many more war mounts than I actually anticipated. Oh, okay. Well, that's nice, at least. I had no idea that I had so many, but there you are. Okay, so we've now leveled up all of those. Isn't that amazing? That is very, very cool. And I've actually made my way all the way over here, because I personally feel like what we should do is actually make peace with a lot of the other minor factions. And I'm talking about make peace with the Holy Roman Empire, make peace with the Duchy of Poland, and so on and so forth. We're going to be receiving 180 tribute per day for that. The Holy Roman Empire, oh really? Are you serious? They literally want us to pay 8,600? That is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. So I'm not actually wanting to do that, but I mean... Oh, it's always so funny, isn't it? I don't know what's with them, but they are always extremely irritating. I don't know what it is. Every single time I play Europe 1100, they are... Oh, they're just annoying. Anyway, 474 in the garrison here. Okay, I think we should probably be able to take this without too many issues. I mean, you can see here, they have 42 days worth of food, which is obviously significant. But, Mr. Horse Thief is actually coming to help me. Okay, that's really, really nice of him, actually. That is going to make a huge, huge difference. We are going to be losing a lot of castles, unfortunately, though. I'm actually wondering whether we want to go back there and actually just eliminate the Holy Roman Empire. But as I said to you before, I was basically coming here to try to recruit as many higher tier troops as I could. So I was basically just going from village to village to village, trying to recruit noble troops as much as I could get my hands on. And that was basically it. That was what I was trying to do. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let Mr. Horse Thief do his thing. I'm just going to take the walls down, and then I'm just going to let him lead, okay? So we're just going to leave the siege, And he's just going to go ahead and take this with very minimal problems, I can assume. And we also have this fellow right here who's also apparently running a relatively large army, which is very nice of him. And I'm going to go down here, and we're going to try and take this. I'm going to try and take maybe Hamburg or something like that. Maybe we'll try and take that. Maybe try and take that. I don't know. Maybe that's going to be something cool. I wouldn't mind taking Marseille as well, but obviously, let me just see. Wait a minute. Do they have a lot of troops here? 400. Yeah, that is actually kind of annoying, isn't it? Yeah, okay, well, I'll just leave it for the moment. There we go, we've taken Toulouse now, so that's actually rather nice. Ah, a peace offering from the Almoravids. I'm actually wondering whether we want to do that so that we can actually start focusing on the others, but we do have a person attempting to take... Yes, there we go, they actually took that. That's actually wonderful. So, I'm thinking right now that what we're going to do... That's kind of annoying, isn't it? Okay, let me just very quickly go over here and see what kinds of garrison they have in the castle here. Because if they have a significant amount, then probably it's going to be pretty useful for us to... 240... I don't know. That's the thing. I think that generally, this would probably be a really, really good idea. This would probably be a great idea to make peace with them, because I don't think we've taken... Have we taken too many of them prisoner? I think we probably have. Yeah, we have 24 of them prisoner. No wonder they want us to make peace with them. They so dramatically want us to make peace just for that reason. And aha, okay, the Duchy of Poland is actually willing to give us 1,800, which is actually rather nice. Gonna do that. Gonna make peace right now. And we're gonna free a couple of them, but that it doesn't really matter to me personally, because I think we're gonna be fine with this. This is actually pretty good, because then we can reduce the amount of targets that we need to take, and who knows, maybe that's going to be good, because obviously I did fail to take this beforehand, even with the walls down, just because I don't have a huge amount of well, I didn't have a huge amount of troops with me. So let's actually have a look here. 3,700. I will accept that to make peace with the Almoravids. I think that sounds like a really good idea, actually. And now we can focus more heavily on the Holy Roman Empire and the Roman Empire themselves. I think that seems like a good plan, because if we do that, it means that we're not splitting our attention dramatically against a number of different people. And, oh wow, Krakow is all the way back. Yeah, that's way too far down there. I'm not really going to be able to do anything against that, I don't think. I could actually create my own army sometime soon here as well. I think I will actually do that. We do have 4,800 influence, so, you know, might as well, right? Might as well. So let's actually create something here. So let's have a look. Let's get these two. There we are. That is wonderful. That is all we need. We don't need anything more than that. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's rather nice. Now we can actually try to take this. Hopefully they're going to be joining me sometime soon. I hope I sorted by distance rather than anything else. They have 14 days worth of food. Not sure if we're going to really be able to take this, but we will try our best. They have some amazing defenses right now, so I'm very much... I'm kind of contemplating whether I actually even want to go ahead with this or not. But I kind of want to, because if I can eliminate the Holy Roman Empire, that's going to be a huge thorn removed from our side in the future. Because they're actually really strong. They are actually really strong. Anyway, we're just going to be leveling up another one of our children right here. And as you can see, gained vigor, riding, and bow skill. It's actually not too bad. And we can just continue to build our trebuchets. And yeah, so my children are actually not doing too badly. I think that my eldest is, I think, 10. Or 9 or something like that. So it has been, you know, I think almost 10 years since we've had them. So that's actually kind of insane. I didn't think that I'd been playing for that long, but apparently I have. It's pretty amazing, actually, all things considered. And hopefully my trebuchets will not get destroyed immediately. As you can see, they are getting destroyed really, really simply here. Just purely because the enemy has great construction speed by the looks of things. And they may even be able to eliminate us right here, but no, it doesn't seem like it. There we go. Nice. We've actually caught up and gone ahead of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until the food supplies run out, because that is historically accurate and not cheating. Thank you. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do that, and then hopefully, we will still be able to actually achieve victory here, because we've had some pretty harsh shall we say, setbacks over this episode, and it would be rather nice to actually win a relatively nice victory for once, wouldn't it? Alright, well, unfortunately, I did actually try again to go into the siege, and it doesn't seem as though I'm even able to enter. I don't know why. It's probably just because I am the leader of an army or something like that. I have had that kind of thing happen in the past, where if I'm the leader of an army, it just doesn't allow me to go into the actual siege with those people. So basically... what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a similar thing here where I basically just have Mr. Horse Thief, you know, I'm just going to take down the walls for him, and then he's just going to go in and take it, I guess. I mean, I kind of want to go into a siege personally, and I was kind of hoping that he would take the town over here. I'm actually not entirely sure what's going on with that, to be honest. Oh, we're declaring war on the Duchy of Poland again. Alright, sure, fine. Right now we are stronger than the Poles. We should strike while we can. Well, what did the North and South Poles ever do to us? I don't know. Anyway, the point is, we are going to be making our way over here. I would like to take this. I just don't know whether I can take this by myself. I think I might be able to, right? Do you think I can? Oh, we've got a huge... What? How do I have so many of these? Okay, sure. Well, I think I can probably do it now. With all of these guys, that's for sure. I'm literally taking so much morale damage from this, though. That's going to be a pretty significant hit to our morale. But, well, I think it's kind of worth it. I think it's kind of worth it. Anyway, we're just, I actually, you know what? I actually cannot take this now because they've just gotten resupplied. What's that guy's name? Do you see that guy right there? Do you see that guy's name? I didn't even see what his name was right there. Did I see that right? Is his name literally Donkey something? Surely not. Okay, that's hilarious. Alright, well, basically what I've actually been doing is attempting to try and get as much food as I can, because I'm actually having issues sustaining my army right now, as you can quite clearly tell. I actually don't even have a huge amount of items either to be able to sell. So I'm thinking, wait a minute, is there a town nearby? Yes, Prague is nearby. Okay, so I will be going over there. Donkey Lord is his name. Are you serious? Is that a new archetype? That must be a new archetype of some kind, right? That literally must be a new archetype. Wow, okay. That's actually super cool. I mean, I don't know whether you would consider it cool, but I personally think that that's super cool because, you know, we've needed more archetypes, you know, because we've got the horse thieves and we've got the iron bellies, and we got all those kinds of friends, but that's it. You know, we don't really have, you know, anyone else, so it's actually really nice to see that, to be honest. Okay, so I've got, ooh, hello. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go into a battle here, that is for certain. Let's do it. Not gonna auto-resolve this one, that's for sure. This is going to be super nice, actually. This is going to be really fun. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to utilize maybe my bow a little bit this time as well. I'm hopeful that it won't crash. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it didn't actually crash. Great. All right, so let me actually just try the auto-resolve. Yeah, the auto-resolve literally just... I mean, not auto-resolve, auto-delegate. It literally just charges almost every single time. I think it's probably because I have an overwhelming amount of cavalry, and the enemy doesn't. So I can only assume that the AI on our side just determines that that is the best course of action, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So I guess that's all that it is, really, isn't it? So I am going to... Whoa, okay, apparently I'm doing some damage. Look at that. I'm actually doing some damage with my bow for once, which is actually quite... that's quite a rarity, isn't it? So at least I am doing some damage here, and maybe... Oh, wow. Okay, that's some nice... Oh, yeah. Hello. That's some nice charge damage. Very chunky charge damage. That's what we like. Thank you. Can we get some more of that, please? I would like some more of that. I mean, these are all archers, so technically they are basically food for us. We can basically just feast upon them as much as we possibly like, but obviously we should probably eliminate some of their cavalry and infantry as well, obviously, but we've just basically scattered them. We have just scattered them already, and they are just not really fighting in formation that much. I mean, yeah, sure, they're right next to each other, but this is not really fighting, if you can call it that, is it? They're very much trying to just survive. It feels like a survival sort of reaction in this case. And I will just eliminate them. I will just eliminate them as much as I possibly can. My sledgehammer is feasting upon them as much as it possibly can. Obviously, I am not very good with it for some reason still, but there you go. We're getting a couple of kills here and there. But yeah, I mean, it's actually quite funny how many headshots I'm actually able to get with this thing as well, considering. But yeah, almost every second hit seems to be a headshot. Talking of headshots, that guy just shot me in the face. Well, that's not very nice. But there you go. Anyway, my charge damage is definitely making a huge difference as well. I don't know whether you've noticed, but I've actually eliminated a number, probably a handful of units. Nothing too dramatic, but a handful of units with charge damage as it is, and that is a pretty significant benefit. Obviously, beforehand, I don't think I was doing 15 damage. I think I was doing more like, what, 4? 5? I actually don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you the exact number, but I can only say that I'm pretty sure I'm dealing much more significant damage than I was beforehand, and I think I'm actually just going to speed things up, and that is going to be a victory for us. There it is. Nice. And there we have it. We're done. So 29 renown for that, and 72 influence. Obviously, I don't really need the influence. I need the renown more than anything, because that can increase my overall party size. But one thing that we know for certain, I'm actually not entirely sure. Should I take these people prisoner? I think I'll just take them prisoner, to be honest. I want to make sure that we don't actually you know, take too much overall damage from them eventually, because of course they're going to come back and they're going to attempt to attack us again and again, and I'd like to try and prevent that by just taking them prisoner and preventing that from ever happening. Actually, you know what? I am going to be donating the gear here. That's 33,000 experience. I'm actually going to take the war mounts, however, though, first, because the war mounts are of course going to be extremely useful for us, and otherwise there we have it. Okay, so we are now getting 96 level ups, if you can believe it. 96, that's actually crazy, and there we have it. And we can also get another 12 of these, and we're done. Look at that. We are now at a significant power level. This is probably the most powerful we've been in the entire series. However, I'm still not really able to do a regular siege. It just goes to show that the enemy can still be extremely resilient against us. Anyway, I did actually level up, so I have one focus point to spend. Do I want to spend it in athletics skill? I guess I will spend it in athletics, because we do want to get to 275. That is going to get me some additional hit points and so on and so forth. I would like to spend it in bow skill as well, but bow skill isn't really that big a deal to me right now. I basically don't even need to get two-handed either, because this actually caps out at 250. Wait a minute. Do they know about this? do the developers actually know about this? The developers of Bannerlord, that is? Because if you take a look at the one-handed tree, and you take a look at the polearm tree, and then you take a look at the two-handed tree, the two-handed caps out at 250, so you only need 6 in vigor to be able to actually make it to the maximum perk level, but you need 7 in the prospective stat, so in this case vigor, to be able to get to 275. Because with 6 points, you're not going to be able to get to 275, as far as I'm aware at least. So you would need to get to 7, which is actually hilarious, because that means that you're going to need 7 vigor to be able to get your one-handed to 275 and your polearm to 275, as well as bows, so you'd need 7 in control to do that as well. So I'm actually wondering whether that is a mistake. I don't know, but it's 250, so I don't actually need an additional point in vigor, so that just dramatically says everything you basically need to know about two-handed skill. That is the only reason why, well, apart from the fact that it's super satisfying to use, but I personally would say that two-handed skill is probably the better option for pretty much every single situation, just purely because it caps out at 250. And even if you want to level it up further, so maybe you want to get 7 in vigor just to be able to level it up faster and get more attack speed, more damage with it, but it allows you to get this thing so much earlier on. Maybe it is on purpose. If it is on purpose, then this is obviously great, and if it isn't, then this is still great, to be honest. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.